What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Today we're taking a look at the May 2024 Going Gear EDC Club Premium subscription. There are two tiers to this subscription, starting with the standard, which costs $60 a month. They send you 2 to 5 EDC items, or you can opt for the premium. That one's going to run $200 a month, gets you everything in the standard subscription, plus at least one additional premium EDC item. So let's dive in, starting with our standard. As usual, we'll work our way from lowest valued item to highest before jumping into the premium. So 3 items in the standard this month, starting with a flashlight from a company called Armytek. Not familiar with this brand, it's the first Armytek item I've got, so excited to check it out. This is their Zippy model. You'll see that on the pocket clip here, valued at $12. So definitely a budget light, meant to be held on your keychain, but does have a pocket clip so you can put it on bag straps or on your shirt or anything like that as well. Really simple operation on this one. You have a single click to turn it on. It does have a memory mode, so I left it in low mode, so that's where it's going to go on at. If we hold that button while it's on, it will cycle to the next mode. So here we have our medium. Cycling it again gets us to high, which is 160 lumens. Single click turns it off, and of course, since I turned it off in high, when I turn it back on, it will still be in high, and I can hold it again to reset that cycle back to low. Does have a lockout mode as well by holding that button while the light is off, and so that's a really nice feature. Not entirely necessary on this one maybe, because it does require a decent bit of pressure to press that button, so I don't think it's going to be accidentally turning on in your pocket, but still a really nice feature to have. Now, clear body, plastic body on this. We have clear on the front, green on the back. The box is labeled green, so there may be different colors. I'm not sure if they'll come in the Going Gear subscription or if they'll all be green. Really like that kind of front-facing orientation of the light rather than the forward-facing, which we typically see. Kind of makes this unique, and I'm pretty excited about that aspect of it. 160 max lumens, I think I already mentioned. IP67 weather resistant, micro USB rechargeable. Definitely wouldn't have minded seeing USB-C there, not the end of the world, but do want to mention it does not include a micro USB cord. I think most households probably already have one, and that's not all that surprising at this price point, but would have been nice to see a cord there as well. But excited about that first item, not taking up a lot of value in the box, and it's a pretty cool little light, so excited to see how that holds up. Next item in the box is a knife. We have a knife from the company Kubby, which is a brand I don't have a ton of knives from. I have maybe 3 or 4, and I've been very happy with all of them. They're a budget brand. We get D2 steel here for $39. Of course, these are made in China. The letter kind of implies that there might be a couple different configurations, because it mentions you get a D2 steel drop point blade with either a bead blasted finish or a dark stone washed finish. And so I'm not sure if you get the other configuration, if you're also going to end up with a different color of G10. I honestly would have preferred that. I'm just kind of bored of black G10 at this point, but overall I think this is a really good looking knife. Love that blade shape. Nice full flat grind on here, liner lock, good action, thumb hole deployment, easy to spidey flick right out the box. That D10 styled in very nicely, and seems like a pretty mid-sized knife at about 7 inches. The letter doesn't list dimensions, but I would guess it's about 7 inches, and of course I'll go over all of that when I do the video on this specific knife in the future. Now, last item in our standard is another one from Armytek, so that's kind of interesting. This is their more full-size flashlight. Great EDC size, is still pretty short, but I like how thick it is. It's got just kind of a cool grip, and yeah, good looking flashlight overall. So the operation on this one is a little bit different. We have our kind of familiar operation with the main mode, so single click turns us on with that memory mode once again into our low mode. Can cycle into our medium and our high, and then single click again turns that off. Now there are a couple other modes. I haven't read the instructions, I just kind of played around to figure out where they are. So holding it while it's off will get us into our moonlight mode, and you can barely even tell that's on, and so I'm guessing that's probably about a lumen total. Runs for 40 days in that mode, so great battery life there. I think this is running on an 18500. Again, doesn't list it in the letter, but I remember reading that on the box. Actually from here, so now that we're in our moonlight mode, we have a whole new cycle. So we can cycle back to our low, then our medium, then our high, but now we have access to our turbo. Seems kind of a weird way to access the turbo, but maybe there's another way I just haven't discovered yet, so we'll save that for the full video as well. But really nice 1000 lumen output, 374 feet beam distance in this turbo mode, and I think this is a really good looking flashlight. It's not super long, kind of a sleek design. I love the yellow button, high vis. Wouldn't have minded if it glows in the dark. I did check that with the UV, it does not. But only downsides to it, I will say, are two right off the bat. One is that it has its own proprietary magnetic charger, and so don't love seeing that. I know Olight uses it, but I'm more into the Olight ecosystem, so I have a bunch of them. This one being my only Armytek flashlight with that magnetic charging base means that if I lose that, I have no replacement. I'm gonna have to contact Armytek and wait for one to come in the mail. Model on this, Prime C1 Pro, valued at $60. Other kind of downside is not really a huge downside, is just overall aesthetics. Is such a clean looking flashlight, and then they have all these like instructions on here with our magnetic USB charging base, and then hot surface, which is kind of expected, just kind of a liability thing. But then you have brightest for city white light, and so I wish they didn't put all of that extra just kind of advertisement on there. It would look a little bit better. Now they do send over a lanyard as well as a pocket clip as well, so if you want to carry it in either of those configurations, you have that option. But great looking light. It seems to be really high quality. I was really impressed with the feel of this light. It doesn't have that kind of cheap coating, looks really high quality. So I'm excited to see how this one holds up, and we'll definitely be making a video on it in the future. Now that rounds out the standard portion of this box. $111 value. Again, we're paying about $60. So great value there. Kind of two redundant items here with two flashlights, but I like that they kind of serve different roles, and I'm excited to check them out. They could have easily left this one out. The value still would have been there with only two items, so I feel like this is a bonus item, and I'm pretty excited that they included both of those. Now, last but not least, we have our premium. Only one item in the premium this month, which is honestly usually pretty preferable because it means you're going to get a really high quality knife, and that's exactly what we got here. We got a knife from Giant Mouse, the Iona V2. I guess it could have been another item, I spoiled it a little bit there. Iona V2, and so this is the second iteration of the Iona in CPM MagnaCut. Really beautiful green micarta. I love that kind of press look to it. Wire pocket clip on there, and 3-inch MagnaCut blade, nice stonewash on there. This one does specify green canvas handles, so everyone will be getting that green canvas micarta, and I think that looks great. Feels good in hand. A little bit maybe longer than our Coeus, but not significantly, probably less than 1/4 of an inch longer. So pretty similar size knives overall. We still have that liner lock, plenty of access to that one as well. Thumb stud deployment on this one, and there's a little protector in here protecting that micarta. I guess I'll get that out later. But wire pocket clip that is reversible, really nice action on it. Super smooth. I have the few Giant Mouses and really enjoyed them as well. And these are made in Monteago, Italy. Now the Iona V2 is valued at $195, so nearly the full value that we're paying for the box. And Going Gear does list the prices that they actually sell these items for, so you know you're getting kind of a reliable price point. So if you look at it from that perspective, it's almost like we got everything in the standard for free this month. Total value of both boxes is $306, so over that 150% price point or percentage that I look for in these boxes, and I like all 4 items this month. So pretty excited about this month. We get 2 great knives, 2 cool flashlights to check out, and I'm really loving this Giant Mouse Iona V2 so far. And of course, we'll make a separate video on this one in the future as well. Would love to hear your thoughts on this month's box down in the comments below. Which was your favorite item, if there are any items you don't like, and anything else you want to comment. Always enjoy the engagement in the comment section. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, or joining the channel as a member. I think I have around 11 member exclusive videos up already, and I'm uploading new member exclusive videos each week, so definitely check that out. But any way you choose to support the channel helps the channel out a ton. You do not need to become a member. Still putting all the same content out on the public facing portion of the channel. So thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great one. Take care.